Where's my Hey,
Hey.
good evening, good afternoon. It is 5 o'clock. So what is that considered evening?
Yes. Evening. Yeah, right. Borderline. Hey, good people. What is going on? We are back in the building. What's going on, co-host?
Nothing. I'm just here, just chilling. It's Sunday,
Yeah.
raining
Yeah.
outside, and
Yes.
I can't
Let's
complain about
welcome
nothing.
first. Let's first welcome the good people to our podcast show, our live YouTube channel. I am Ebony Nicole, and she is.
Elisa Matissa.
Yes. Welcome to Opinions. Where we have
Yes,
girl chat and we welcome the men in too. Y'all welcome.
absolutely.
Just kitchen table talk to catch up with current events and good stuff like that. What you was gonna say,
Yes.
E?
Bring your cocktail and your open mind.
I'm detoxing right now, so my cocktail right now is essential water.
And I'm gonna be detoxing starting tomorrow, but we'll get back to that. But we're gonna do a show about our health and just
Yes.
our different ways of our dieting and our just like everyday just our health
Yeah.
and wealth and
Lifestyle.
everything. Yes, yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. So how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty well. Um, I traveled a little. I had orders this weekend. I had to drop off orders before I left out of town. So I've just been working, really trying to get out into my home. I'm telling you, searching for a home and actually employment where you're going to really relocate is stressful. And
Mm-hmm.
so God said, "Why are you worrying? Like, I got you. When it's time for you to transition, you will." So I'm just doing my footwork right now and excited for what God has planned for me. And so that was my weekend and prepping. Like I said, I'm detoxing, but we're gonna go into that on maybe our next show or the show after to follow our journey, both of ours journey on detoxing, just change of lifestyle, exercising, self-care. Period.
Absolutely.
How was your weekend? Beautiful.
You
Wait,
know,
hold on. First, I want to say, give it up for my co-host. Okay. She looks amazing. Look at the hat. Look at the brim hat.
okay.
Chain hanging down.
Accessorize. I love some
Yes.
accessories, even if it's attached,
Yes.
detached. I love some accessories.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Go
But my
ahead. What you did?
my weekend was great. It was very low key because, as you know, this month was my birthday. So
Yes.
I was away. I had a fabulous birthday. Like it was so nice, just so
Mhm.
low key, just like sun, fun, like
Yeah.
rejuvenation, peacefulness. Nothing more I could ask for. It was beautiful.
Good
And
stuff.
this was kind of like just the vacation after the vacation, just kind of like just getting acclimated again, getting back into
Right.
work, getting my websites
Resetting.
up. And
Yeah.
it was it's been I cannot complain. It's been wonderful.
Where did you go for your birthday?
Well, as you know, I always go as one of my girlfriends always say my favorite island. I was in Jamaica, and
Whoop,
it was
whoop,
beautiful.
whoop,
I was
whoop,
living like a
whoop, whoop.
low, yes, boyaka, yes. So I was like, I was
Bless you.
living. Thank you, Danielle. She said, "Happy belated birthday." Hi, Ma. Hi,
Hey,
Danielle. Everybody.
Danny.
So it was oh yeah, I went to Jamaica. I love you know what it is. I think because it's so close that like everybody's always like, why are you always in Jamaica? Do you got a hidden man there or something? But it's just
Right.
that Jamaica is close. It's not far.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I would love to go to Africa if it was closer. I just don't want
I
to be on
know.
a 20-hour ride. You really gotta you gotta stay there for a good amount of time because it's so far away. Whereas Jamaica, Bahamas is so close, and you can
Right.
kind of just go there on the weekend.
Right.
So it was definitely, and I just love a black island. Nothing like a Caribbean
I
black island,
know.
okay?
They treat you good
And
down there. They treat you
and
good.
just the culture. I was still breaking the curfew, but I'm here to tell about it. I'm not
Per
locked up
usual.
abroad. So
Per
it was
usual. You never
definitely,
follow no rules.
I know, but you only live once. I always feel like I could get out of
Exactly.
it like I did when they stopped me, but It's all good. Thank you, Tori, for saying happy
Hi,
birthday.
brother. That's my brother. Hey,
Yes,
Tori.
I know,
Welcome.
brother. Yes. So, I mean, it was great. Can't ask for
Good
nothing more. I
stuff.
cannot wait to go again. We in a pandemic. I
Yeah.
will be taking working abroad if I can with some
Right.
good Wi-Fi.
Let me tell you, whoever is working remote, you guys got it good. If I was working remote,
Woo.
I'd be all over, like, safely though, social distancing. But just to get away, sometimes you just need to get away to regroup. We be in the house all day because we still, trying to do this social distancing and really being safe. But God bless you guys, whoever's working remote.
Let me tell you
That's
something, and I
it.
just think it's such a blessing, and that's what made me even stay there longer than I usual. I stayed there for 10 days, almost 2 weeks,
Right.
and just like, and I wasn't rushing to come back. I actually was gonna stay longer, but because I still need to get things set up. I got my things here. I forgot to cut off one of my websites again, and then for some reason when I go away, I get more orders. I don't understand.
Ain't
I
that
forgot
so
to cut off.
true?
Yeah, I go away and I don't know why. I got 3 sites and I thought I cut off all of them, but one I started getting orders from one. So it was like, I got to get back home, put these orders in. It's not like I'm doing
Right.
drop shipping. The orders were the actual merchandise was at my house. So I had
Right.
to come back. And just want to say hi, give a shout out to Farrah's son, Joshua. Hey
Hi,
Joshua.
Joshua.
Yes. And everybody else. But definitely, like you said, working in the pandemic is a blessing, being able to work remote because you can
Yeah.
work from anywhere. I was actually in one of the girls that I know in Jamaica. Now that I know her, she owns a
Mhm.
bar out there and she got some good Wi-Fi. I was up in the bar with my computer, set up, working, everything.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I was just
Good
hoping that
stuff.
my job, they doesn't, because when you sign in and you could tell the Wi-Fi where you signing in out of the country. So I was just like praying to
Really.
God, like my job didn't call me, like, is that you? Because they very like
Right.
high security with the Wi-Fi and the internet. But I didn't
Right.
get no calls, no complaints, no
Good
asking
stuff.
me questions. It was
Good
beautiful.
stuff. Good stuff. That's good stuff,
Yes,
co-host. Good stuff.
yes,
Thank you, everybody out there who wished her a happy birthday on our pages.
yes.
Everybody was in my
Jay.
inbox,
She
just
said
wishing you some
two.
good love. Yes. So we
Yes,
appreciate you guys. Let's go into our hot topics because we got some goodies.
yes.
Let's start with K Michelle. What is the story on K Michelle?
Okay, K Michelle's butt deflated, or I don't want to say deflated because I don't want to have jokes on this poor woman. She got work done on
Mhm.
her butt. She got like butt injections, and I guess now she's in the process and she talks about it. She's very like open about that she
Right.
got the butt
Transparent.
injections. She used to deny it before, but now she's basically saying that she had butt injections and now she's getting reconstructive surgery and she's getting the
Right.
butt injections removed
Implants
now.
out. Right.
Yes. So she decided to go on live. And I guess, let me show you the live. First of all, let me just share my screen and show you the live. And okay, here we go. This was the live that everybody's talking about that they got like that they having jokes on.
Okay.
You see it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I don't have any music playing, but she's dancing.
Okay. So this is just her on what, her social media dancing.
Yes. Did you
Okay.
see it? Okay, wait. Did you see it? You got to look real closely because it's really quick.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, she lifted up a little bit. She's
She's
holding it.
holding it. She's trying to act like nothing happened. Wait, here's the slow mo of it. Just 1 minute. I
The
got to do a
slow
slow mo.
mo.
You see it drop? Bam.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Danielle said booty leaked in Idris Elba's bed. I can't with you.
So,
Wow. That's
so
crazy.
she's basically having issues saying that everybody it came down on her, like she responded saying that she kept it real and that it's not fair that people are having jokes on her body malfunction on air.
Right. Right.
What do you
Let
think
me
about
let me say this. When you are a celebrity and you're on social media, you're going to get backlash, period. Don't matter who it is. you're going to get backlash. And this is what you signed up for. Now, the thing that I respect about K. Michelle is that she's very transparent. Like she said, I got implants. My ass was too big. I want them out, and really trying to let these young girls out here listen. If y'all, think twice before you want a big ass. Excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I love that about her. But you got to take that. You got to take the good with the bad. When you on social media, you're going to get people talking and hating on you. So I just think she should have just like ate that up. I mean, it's not nice, but it is what it is.
You can't respond to everybody. And I just think, I don't know, when you get butt injections, like, people, you just got to be open to, even when you're not a celebrity, when you on social media. That's why a lot of us, including myself, I have a burner account, like where I go on incognito, because a lot of times you don't want
what? You got a what?
It's a burner, like a burner phone.
Explain to the people, what is a burner account?
A burner IG, a burner Facebook it's you, but you under a fake name. And that little fake account comes into handy when you need to just be undercover. You might want to state your opinion, but you don't want to go back and forth. Sometimes I want to state my opinion. People want to be looking at your pictures, going in on your mama, your grandmother, your kids, everybody else. But sometimes I know me, I don't want to go back and forth with people. I really don't want to get into a war. I just want to state my opinion and keep it moving. So when you state your opinion, it's like they can't really go into your profile. Mine isn't private. I don't care about my account being private, but people.
I'm just mindful. I'm just mindful of what I put up too, because if you put up some crazy stuff and you know that you might get some people opinions on you, then why put it up?
But what you mean why put it up? But she was on, and you talking about K. Michelle, or when you have?
I'm talking about in general, when people put stuff up and then you get backlash and they like, oh, why are people being mean, or why? I'm just saying you got to be very careful of what you put.
But even if you are, but Ebony, even when you are careful, they will talk about your mama. Your mama having like a cock eye or something. Like your mama having crooked teeth, a buck teeth or something. You don't really know what could provoke you or what people will come at you with. A lot of times people go below the belt because they don't have enough intellect to be able to battle you as far as intellectually. So they will go after your looks, your weight, your this, your that. Sometimes I have to use my burner account for those type of instances so we can keep it on an even playing field. I don't need to go through your pictures and talk about your mama and your daddy. We got to keep it on. Let's get, go to toe intellectually. We don't got to go physically where you don't got to attack me, my mama, my kids, everybody else. So I just think like you don't really know how people will attack you. So you can still be mindful, but you just don't know. It's just like K. Michelle. She had a malfunction. What you was gonna say?
I was like, that's what happens though. When you up and you getting it in and you dancing, stuff might happen and you're gonna have to chuck it up. Like, listen, I'm on social media. You know what I'm saying? I'm in their entertainment field, and things like that is going to happen. You got to have tough skin, period. Like,
especially when you're a celebrity.
Especially when you're a celebrity, because they're gonna come strong at you. And if you don't have tough skin, you'll be in the night crying. Oh, I got people. I gotta lose weight. They saying I'm too fat. I'm looking like no.
Like a lot of people, like if you notice, a lot of celebrities don't even put up their kids anymore. A lot of people that's not even celebrities don't even put up their kids because they know people will attack you on anything, like just anything, like for whatever reason. People just go below the belt, and you just got to have that thick skin to know, like, you can't, like Cardi B, she stay going after people in the comments that say stuff about her looks, her kid, her mother, her situation in her relationship. She stays going after people. And sometimes, it's hurtful, but you got to learn to have thick skin in this industry. And you basically have an open book. Like your life is an open book for people to scrutinize. You under scrutiny. And you just have to accept the good with the bad.
And I just say too, sometimes silence is the best killer for anybody. Just silence them, shut them down with your silence. Everything doesn't deserve a comeback, or I'm gonna get at them, or watch what I say next on them. Like it doesn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned that sometimes I'm gonna just shut up, keep it silent.
Absolutely. Even on the internet, you don't even know. People be having your IP address nowadays. They know where you live. I remember going in. I remember being in the comments with a guy, and like he was going back and forth with somebody, and he put up their address. Like, I know where you at, and then just put up their home address. I don't think people realize that they can trace your address to your IP address on your computer, on your phone. So
definitely,
just like when you're outside and you're having road rage with people, best believe that there's rage on social media too, where you really don't know who you getting into arguments with. They will come knocking at your door and know your IP address. Sometimes when you get on these internets, you got to go in through a burner account, which I have that set up too, where you can tie into like Hong Kong or somewhere where it'll look like they won't even know where your address is. They'll know, it'll say like, it'll tie, like say when I was downloading music.
Yeah.
Illegally, because you're not supposed to download music, it's copyrighted.
Right.
So you're supposed to go in the store and purchase it. So a lot of times you get letters from they know your IP address, and they will figure out, these like record companies will figure out that you illegally downloaded music. So what you can do is you can get your computer to tie in to Hong Kong, somewhere overseas, like China, and it'll look like you actually in a you'll look like you want to
what you into, co-host. Right.
Listen, you got to protect yourself from these crazy people.
Also, too, when people start going crazy on you, it's a delete button, it's an unfollow, it's a block.
But the ego is very fragile for a lot of people. The damage is done when somebody comes after you and they talking about your kids that got gold silver teeth in their mouth and they 2 years old. So
you're a mess.
The damage is done already. So you can delete them, but just your feelings are still hurt.
Again, thick skin, especially if you're in entertainment, especially if you posting every day, all day, you putting stories up, you have to.
Absolutely.
So we praying, we praying for K. Michelle that she get her situation situated. And she's in our prayers, for real.
That goes a lot that ties in with like getting your feelings hurt. And I don't know if anybody they're up on the story with Justin Timberlake.
Okay. Yes.
Justin Timberlake, he actually, you remember years ago, 2004, Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson had a show at Super Bowl. And, she had a titty malfunction, a wardrobe malfunction, they call it, where her wardrobe gave way and her titty popped out.
He was dancing behind her. Flipped, I guess it was the routine, and flipped, and I guess the piece that was, covering her nipple exposed, and that's what happened.
And Justin Timberlake at that time in 2004, it was basically like he was supposedly did something like ripped her shirt away, and then it was supposed to show like a bralette or something, but he actually ripped off like part of the bra, and then that's how it became the wardrobe malfunction. And he supposedly did it on purpose. I don't know if it was a part of the show, but he was in on it with Janet Jackson. But then when she got backlash because of it, he kind of left her out to dry, where she was out there defending herself, and he didn't want to take no blame for it. So she kind of got thrown under the bus for that wardrobe malfunction.
And she said, really after that, her career really down spiraled. Really after that, like. She said after that, it was really never the same. So my question is now he wants to give this public apology to Janet Jackson, correct?
He apologized.
Why now? After all of these years, my thing is, why now? Why didn't you come to me after the show? Why didn't I say, listen, Miss Jackson, let's have dinner and discuss this? Why now?
So let me ask a question like the topic says on the screen. Is there a time limit for forgiveness?
I'm not going to say it's a time limit, but if you wait 20, 30 years to apologize to me, then you're not my friend. Like, you're really not my friend to wait that long. You know what I'm saying? Again, friends have seasons, right? Or you have different friends in different categories. My real friend would have been like, I know this was the dance routine. I ain't mean to expose your nipple, but you know what happens, forgive me, like we would have had a conversation about it. But you wait years and years and years because somebody else, and they was talking about something else. They wasn't even talking about Janet Jackson in Justin Timberlake's interview, right? When he brung it up, the apology.
Mm-hmm.
Why now? Like, I would forgive you, but I ain't never gonna forget that. I ain't never gonna forget.
I don't know. I disagree. And you and I had this conversation on other situations about forgiveness and being able to forgive. And to me, I don't think there's a time limit. I've had situations with people recently and even before. One of my girlfriends, me and her had a disagreement. Well, we didn't even have a disagreement. I didn't know what her problem was. But that was like years ago. I remember I was in my 20s and we had a disagreement. We stopped speaking. But on my end, I didn't even know what her reasoning was for like acting funny style. And I'm the type of person, if you start acting funny toward me and you don't give me a reason, you don't value me enough to approach me and tell me what I did wrong to you, I may not know. And I honestly didn't know what her issue was. She never came to me. So then fast forward like 8-9 years later, me and her didn't speak for 8-9 years. She figured out that whatever the issue was that she was upset about that I didn't even know about, she figured out that it wasn't my fault. It wasn't me who supposedly did or said whatever she thought I said. And then she started calling me, and then we spoke, and then she basically said, like, she didn't know. And she even said she should have been more mature about the situation and came to me, told me what it is, and allowed me to be able to respond. You didn't even give me a chance to respond to it. But to me, I think that people grow. She recognized now she was dead wrong. Like, if I'm your friend and I'm a valuable friend, let me know the reason why you upset. So then you can give me a chance to respond, because it could be a miscommunication. And she realized it was a miscommunication.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. 8 years later, now you guys reunited. Is your friendship just as the same as when you guys were really good friends back in the days? Do you have that bond? Do you guys speak on the phone? Do you guys hang out? Do you have that same relationship with this friend?
Absolutely. Me and her from years ago, somebody else got involved in our friendship and they was the cause of it, spiraling out of control, which I didn't even know at the time. And we spoke every morning before work. We worked together. We eventually didn't work together anymore. I moved on to another job, but we were still friends, still spoke all the time, still go out to each other's birthdays, still support each other. And it's like it never even happened. Now she came to me. She knows she was wrong. But to me, I'm bringing up that topic because I feel like there is no time limit. I do give people time to grow. Now, if you approach me and you act like it didn't happen and you don't want to discuss what happened, whether I was wrong, whether you was wrong, no matter what the situation, I'm all about communication. So if you can't come up to me and ask for forgiveness and I don't even know, you never gave me a chance and you don't even want to discuss it, you just want to get back and be friends, I'm never going to do that. We have to discuss what the problem is so it'll never happen again. And we discussed it, and it's one of my friends you actually know of. You would never know that we had that issue because we're still so close.
Really?
Still so close. And it's like it never happened because we really have that authentic bond.
I'm going to pray that I get your spirit of forgiveness. And again, it depends on the situation too. It also depends on what happened. You know what I'm saying? I guess in your situation, it was just like she stopped talking to you because she thought, but I guess it depends on the situation. I don't see me after 8-9 years of you coming back and you figure out that you were wrong, and then I don't think. Are you the same way? Are you the same person? And I know you from when we was in our 20s. I know you from then. I think you have grown. I think there's a lot of growth with you and me. Certain things, you was a little funny style back in the day. Oh.
We both listen, as we grow, we got closer, right? Right or wrong?
I just said it depends on the situation.
But like I said, there's certain things that you did before, not to me, I'm saying in general. I'm saying you learn from those things. As you grow, you get wisdom.
I'm not saying that I'm
allow your friend to have wisdom.
Listen, I'm not saying that I'm not perfect. And what you might do, I'm not going to do. Vice versa. I'm saying to you, if somebody did me dirty right? Depending on the situation, not your situation. But if somebody did me dirty and they won't wait to 8-9 years to call me and say, oh, listen, I apologize. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to be like, oh, let's talk about it. I'm not. Because I feel like if you was my real friend, then that conversation would have been, it wouldn't, I want to say it would be the next day or next week, but not no 8-9 years. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, that does not mean I won't forgive you. Because God forgave, God is a forgiving God. Yeah, I'm going to forgive you, but I ain't going to forget while we weren't talking. You get what I'm saying? And again, it depends on the situation. Your situation was a little, I maybe be like, all right, let's talk it out. Especially if I really value that friendship. If I value the friendship, then yeah, let's have a conversation. But it depends on what they did.
Okay. I mean, we can agree to disagree. I just think there isn't a time limit on forgiveness, and we all grow. We get smarter. Absolutely. We get more wisdom as we get older. And depending on, like you said, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
It can't be like, okay, you slept with my man or something. It got to be something where, it would have to be something where it was a misunderstanding.
Exactly. So it depends on the situation.
It definitely depends on the situation. So I don't, yeah. But we all grow, and yeah.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. I love that you have that forgiveness spirit. I hope that grows on me.
I'm forgiven on so many different occasions, and I just feel like a lot of times my big thing is it has to be communication. I'm never gonna move on. I cannot move on unless there's me and you putting it all out on the table. We have to talk about it, because if we don't, it's going to be resentment that grows, and I'm not going to be able to get over it. It's always going to come up. It's going to resurface itself. So we have to discuss it, whether we're friends, and even if we're not friends and we become friends later. It's not going to be brushed under the rug and then move on.
Right. We're just going back to partying and eating out. No. Why weren't we talking? How? I don't want to get back to there. Like, how can we prevent that?
And it has to be a reasonable, excuse for you. Like, it has to be like, okay, you've grown, you know why you was wrong. You need to tell me. It's not going to just be, okay, automatically you forgiven. No, it has to be something where you basically, putting yourself out there. You're being vulnerable. You're crying. It got to be something where I'm feeling something.
You crying. Danielle said, you mad, Eb. No, I'm just saying. Okay. Listen, you just got to be, you got to be smart too. Okay.
Yes.
Tori, my brother said, forgiving others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. All right, brother. That's true.
A word. Mm-hmm.
That's a word. Good stuff.
He's speaking the truth.
Yes, I agree. So let's go into our Erica and Safari topic. Relationship. This is going to be a part of our relationship segment. And I've been watching all over the social media about Erica and Safari. They are married, have a beautiful 1-year-old daughter. If you guys don't know, for Safari, he is Nicki Minaj's ex-boyfriend. And these tweets, they got these tweets going out crazy that, why did I ever get married? I was stupid to get married, and just going crazy. What do you feel? How do you feel about when you're in a relationship and exposing you guys' business on social media? An outlet. People say it's an outlet. This is how I release. Like, how do you feel about that?
I think it's immature. I think it's like you have to set boundaries, and you can't. That's just something I'm just not going to accept. Where you, not even just on social media, where you're telling your friends. I just think you have to be respectful of the relationship. So I would never tolerate a man hopping on social media like Safari does with Erica, and start going in about me on social media. He talked about she gained a lot of weight when she got pregnant. He went on social media saying that he don't ever want to have kids because
he was like, I don't want no more kids because she gained too much weight. Let's get a surrogate. Now, what? I don't want to curse.
That's just out of line. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, even if my man did think I gained weight, like, isn't that
right?
should have. Let's go to the gym. There's just ways that you say it that's not in an abusive manner that we can do something about it together. But to go on social media and let the world know.
Right.
But she got all of these red flags before they got into a relationship.
And that's the thing. My question is, when do we stop ignoring the red flags? Because even before they got married, he was a clown, just like Farrah. Hi, Farrah. She said Safari is a clown, and that is my words exactly. He's just too vain. He's so into himself. He don't care about nobody else but himself. And that's what Erica said. She went on social media too. She was like, I hate to entertain you, but she wanted people to know, like, you're a clown. How do you go on live and say that you don't want your wife to have get pregnant again because she gained so much weight? Like, how you don't think that made her feel horrible?
And then this recent tweet was he don't ever want to get married again because if he does, or he's at a point right now,
He said he gonna hurt somebody. That's what he said, right?
Yeah, he was like he's gonna end up in jail, which means that you have a tendency to become abusive. Like you have the propensity to become abusive. So now you're basically letting the world know that you might beat my face in.
Right, exactly.
And I don't want to deal, like, she's gotten so many red flags, but I just think that's her fault. Like, I knew this before she got with him. You knew this. Right. Everybody knew that Safari had some immaturity issues.
Right.
So why would you still have a baby by this man, get married to this man, try to make a home with this man? Like, she has to bear some responsibility for this also.
I think for women, we always try to feel like we can fix somebody. Like, I know he's a little mature. I know he got a lot of growing up to do, but maybe if if we just, like, maybe he'll change if I have a baby, or maybe, we get married. He'll start acting like a married man. No, it'd be too late.
I don't think it's that, because I do think that, because before she got with him, everybody saw his porn video or his leaked video, right? Did you see it?
A little bit.
Listen, okay.
Yeah,
so she might have been attracted to what he was holding, okay? That tree trunk.
Well, that's another podcast, okay? That's enough. Why women stay with men?
What you mean why? That's the reason. That tree trunk in his pants.
That tree trunk?
That's why. I'm giving you her reason.
Oh my God. I'm not doing this with you.
I believe she put a lot, and listen, a lot of women do that in relationship. I'm not just saying sexually. I'm saying a lot of women will take the good with the bad, but there's some bad, like if he's beating on you, certain things you can't take the good with the bad. Like how he is, I'm not taking that good because he got a tree trunk in his pants. Like, I'm not taking it.
It's not worth it.
Nah. Yeah, and she did. And I think he's attractive. He got a little bit of swag. He got that goofy swag. But I just think she overlooked a lot of things because of, she looked at the whole, like, appearance and the way he is instead of looking at intellectually and his personality.
How you treat me. Do you respect me? Is it all about me, not just you, like both of us? Let me say this, ladies, and I'm talking. Listen, when I talk to you guys out there, I speak to me first. We have to start reading the signs, because when we get with especially when you having kids by these men, like, that's basically forever, basically. In some way, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be more, especially us. We getting older. Like, I'm not gonna be with somebody that is self-centered. You just thinking about yourself. He riding his bike. That's all he think about, his bikes, and getting pretty in the mirror and showing his abs. No.
But it relates back to what we were saying about social media and how he jumps on social media. He starts talking his business, but she's doing the same thing. And it goes back to us talking about, like, being on social media. They coming from a reality show. Like, I just think this is their life. And I kind of do think it's for publicity somewhat. And a lot of it, I do. Yeah. So I just think a lot of it, like, this is where they're coming from. And she's also feeding into it too, because then she responded to him when he put up that he doesn't ever want to get married. She's like, okay, since you want to put it up, I'm gonna put it up too. That you're immature, you're like a little girl. I wouldn't even respond to. I remember I had this girlfriend who I'm not no longer friends with, and she's that type, and she would
But
get on.
it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. E.
No, I've
That's
done it.
hard.
That's what I'm about to tell you. A
You went
girlfriend
on?
that I had. Yes, a girlfriend tried to provoke me because she's like that. If you and her don't become friends anymore, she will jump on social media trying to start coming at you and getting her friends involved and it coming at you. And it's like, really? Like, you got to look at it like, kind of like look down on them. Like, are you serious? Like, why would I get into a battle and put my whole dirty laundry out there and me provoking you, you provoking me, and we going at a war together? We got to have thick skin. You can't let your ego, you can't let somebody control you and having a fragile ego. Like, I'm not going to do that. So what I did was I just hit the delete button, block button. Like, I don't have to, I'm not getting into it with you. Like, how dare you think that I'm going to put on a show for social media?
How dare
a lot of
you?
people have done that. Yeah, like a lot of people have done that. Like they try to provoke you, and it's like, what? Like to me, I don't know if it's my confidence level. It's kind of up there. So I'll be looking down, and I'm like, what? I'm gonna argue with this little peon peasant. Yeah, little peasant. What? You coming at the queen?
Oh my God! You
So
silly.
yeah, so I don't know. I'm just not gonna
It
be.
will definitely try to take you out of character, but when I see people up there and they be going back and forth, or you putting, I just be like, no, don't do that. Wait, no, don't put that up there. I just be like, I can't. Never. And
Absolutely.
I say never say never, but never. No, you ain't gonna get me up there.
And it goes back. That also ties into. Did you see Housewives with Kenya Moore? Speaking of social media, reality
girl,
and stuff like that with social media.
And we talking about reality shows and penises because that's another
tree trunks in your pants that get these women mesmerized.
Okay. Atlanta Housewives last episode that was a good one. That was a good one. Kenya Moore, Portia. We had Candy. If you guys are not familiar with Candy, she does a tour of the dungeon, I believe it's called. And they have all of these exotic dancers and just sexual things and just some crazy stuff goes on at the dungeon. And they gave Cynthia, she's getting married from Atlanta Housewives. She's getting married, and they gave her a bridal shower when they went away.
Mm-hmm.
And they got what's the stripper name again?
Polo. Because he got a boulder or something in his pants, tree trunk, whatever.
Tree trunk. So they gave Cynthia this whole experience. Like all of the girls got all sexy with their lingerie on. They had him there, the stripper, and the night was crazy. Now, I want to know, you ladies out there, you all go out on a trip with your girls. What stays at the bachelorette party stays there. What happens, rather, stays there. Do you go and announce, like, if you thought a friend had a little extra activities, do you go and start broadcasting that? Is the girl code that you just shut your mouth, or do you speak on it? How you feel, E? Because that's what Kenya did.
Well, in that situation with Kenya, I think that's different from the real world situation. Like with Kenya,
we have a little clip that we can show them.
No, I don't have the clip of that. I have a clip of basically which I'm about to lead to my point right now is when you're on a job, that's different. Like we're on a job. These were not her friends. What happened was in that situation, Candy said, let's get off camera, cover up the cameras, let's tape up the cameras. Production needs to leave because we want to see what Bolo got in his pants, or we want to see if it's real. So they decided to tape up the cameras, the hidden cameras they had around the house, and tell production to leave. But they didn't know that production still had some little bit of cameras around.
Right.
So evidently, production still had, ears on what was going on, but you don't know who was doing what with Bolo.
Right.
Somebody was sucking and Bolo. Somebody did something with Bolo, but you just don't know which one of the women did something
Right.
with Bolo.
And
So,
Kenya heard all of these noises in the middle of the night.
and she doesn't know who either. So she's trying
Right.
to figure out who it was. So basically, she's supposedly breaking girl code by revealing who she think it was that was in the room with Bolo. It was between Tanya and Portia. One of
Right.
those two women or both did
She
something
said
with
both.
Bolo in that room. You saying it was, but she said both.
She said both. My thing is, if I'm having friends, really, I'm just saying, if you're just my associate, or we go out here and there. If we all having a bachelorette party and we're celebrating somebody's, soon to be wedding, I'm not going out broadcasting that. If you had sex with the stripper, kudos to you. That you're an adult, you're grown. Both of you guys are adults. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be going around broadcasting it. Oh, somebody in this house got some bolo ding dong, and and all of this, and who was nasty, and all of this stuff Kenya was saying. But let me say this: Kenya, she's in the midst of getting a divorce, and she's miserable. Misery loves company, and that's what she did. She wanted to mess up everybody's night, just like Candy was saying. Let everybody have fun.
I
That's
don't
their
believe
personal
that.
business. That's their
No.
personal business. Why are you yapping? Cameras was off, E, and you said, well, they was at work as a reality show. No, cameras was off. Done. It's over. Now let's have a real party. Our real friendships here. Why are you broadcasting that? You
I
will
think
broadcast that?
no. That's separate from girl code, like me and you, girl code, us being friends. We not on a reality show. And not only are we not on a reality show, at the end of the day, even if we were on a reality show, like with Kenya, I'm friends with Kenya. Say I'm friends with Candy, how she's friends with Candy, and the other
Right.
women that she's friends with. I'm gonna make sure I maintain our girl code on TV and off TV. But let's just say
Exactly.
we're on TV and I don't
Right.
have a girl code with some of these girls and we got beef and I got a job to perform. Whether we on the
To
job or we
perform.
not on the job, I'm
You
going
gonna
to
perform?
perform and I'm gonna get these coins. Okay. So the same thing with Kenya. Kenya is an Aquarius like myself.
Oh
And I
Lord.
understand Kenya because at the end of the day, without Kenya, let me just show the clip when Kenya first got on the show, right? When Kenya
Mm-hmm.
first got on the show.
Okay.
Did you see her apartment when she first got on the show?
Her first season?
Yes.
The first,
Before she,
absolutely.
yes, the first season.
Yes.
Let me just my point. This is part of my point. Let
Oh, you
me
talking
just
about her
show you.
coins.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm all about these coins. Okay.
I know that's
So
right.
this is where is oh did I make a mistake and close it? Okay. But my point is when it comes to a job, wait, where is it? Okay, just one moment.
I'm just saying, I get what you're saying. She wasn't close to the other girls, and she is having problems with 2 or 3 of them. But at the same time, like, we're all having a good time. This is Cynthia's day. She always made it. She's always making something about her, and it wasn't her day. You get what I'm saying? And she messed
Yeah,
up the
but that
whole
show,
atmosphere
yeah, but that
in
show
the
is
house.
boring. But Kenya's actually the one that pumps life into that show. At the end of the day, Kenya is the one that
So you want
brings
more ratings than really
when
being
it
down
comes
with
to
your
us,
girl.
when it comes to us not being friends and I'm trying to keep the show going. Do you know how many housewives have gotten fired so far? Like
Absolutely.
because
But
they're not bringing it. They're boring. They're falling off. Like if from what I understand, Kenya's a whole different person outside of the show. But when it comes to her coins and maintaining her coins and her
she don't
bag,
play.
she does not play. So if it comes to I'm not friends with you, she's not friends with Tanya. She's not friends
Yeah.
with Portia. She doesn't like them. And those happen to be the two girls who was in the room with Bolo. So now the cameras is
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. But now that they're in the room with Bolo, I'm not friends with them. I'm trying to secure my bag. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely going to make something out of this. And that's what I'm saying. So when Kenya was first on the show, this is how her apartment looked. Now let me just show you how her apartment looked when they first got on the show. Now this is okay. Now, is it showing? Okay, wait a second. Let me press play. Okay, you see.
Come on. Come on, heels.
Oh,
Wait.
the ghetto. The ghetto. The
She
ghetto.
said the ghetto.
Yes.
Kenya, if you got a dog in there, you better put it up. You have seen them. You better put it up. You have seen them 100 times. She sounds like she's a Doberman. Oh, look at you. Wow. Oh, you just saw show. Where you live, bitch? You look good. What is this, honey? I had to move out of Kanye's house of horrors. I thought this was the best option for me on short notice. This is not where I live. This is where you live. Honey. Let me see what's going on. Oh, yeah, show me around. Let me see. I was shocked, honey. I was in tears almost. And it had a white refrigerator. I was like, oh, not a white refrigerator. Girl, please put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home.
Now, that was when
more manners.
Now that was when she first got on the show. You see how that apartment looked?
That's when she was renting. Go ahead. Now she owns.
Now she owns, and she's the star basically of the show. Now that she's got herself acclimated on the show, she's running things, securing her bag. Now this is how her place looks now.
Like, home.
Wait.
Oh, fancy. Nice.
So my point in saying that.
My points.
Now, am I gonna stay in the ghetto?
I get what you're saying.
Now,
I get what you're saying, but
that's what I'm saying, okay?
Listen, this is what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, get your coins, but I'm not going to my real friends, I'm not going to do nothing disrespectful or put them down just to get ratings or coins for my real friends. That's what I will say. If that's for me, God is going to bless me with that regardless. I'm not going to do nothing crazy, talk about you behind your back for ratings. But I get what you're saying. Those girls, the other two girls, weren't really her friends. They are, beefing. I get it.
And Kenya, I mean, not Kenya.
She's come a long way.
Farrah saying that she was renting in that video. I understand that.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. She was renting because she couldn't afford to get the place that she has now. That place that she has now, Manor More or whatever, More Manor, is paid off. That house is worth over $1 million, and she's able to pay it off because of the drama that she brings onto the show.
But all money ain't good. All drama, I don't know.
Ebony, if you want a job, okay, for instance, me and you work together. You know I'm about to bring up a story.
Don't start nothing.
Listen, I'm not going to bring up
nothing.
Excuse me, I'm not going to bring up the specifics of our situation, but at the end of the day, me and you are friends. We was on the job as friends many years ago.
Absolutely.
So there was a situation. A controversial situation. I'm not going to bring up the controversy.
Yes, please.
The controversial situation.
Controversy.
Yes. So at the end of the day, I had got to a situation on a job with someone. When I got in this situation on a job with someone, it spun out of control, and you just happen to be walking by minding your own business, whatever the case may be. You got pulled into that situation where it became like everyone's in a situation now.
Right.
So it spun out of control. You was provoked.
Right.
And it just, ended up being a situation. But at the end of the day, I put on my Superwoman cape.
Okay.
Ebony Ebony
Here
does not
we
want
go,
to.
ladies and gentlemen.
Please,
Go.
can I finish my story,
Go.
please, without any
Finish your story.
interruptions? Thank
Go.
you. So I put on my Superwoman cape and I saved the day because it spun out of control. And it could have been a situation that turned into a worse situation. But because of me and being such a great friend to Ebony,
Come
I
on,
saved the
be
day.
serious.
I saved the day. My point is, I saved the day. And
Okay.
if you and I were not friends, I don't think
Right.
it would have went in that direction.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
What
I was
I'm
gonna say,
saying, it wouldn't have went.
bring it home for me. Okay, I get it now.
The point is
I
that
get it.
because you and I are friends, I'm gonna have your back on the
Got
job,
you.
off the job, wherever.
Right. And if you
But
saying if
me
I
and you-
wasn't,
if you was not my friend, I would have minded my
Gotcha.
business. I would have
Gotcha.
took myself out of the situation, even though it started with me, it ended with you. But the situation got worse with you. The situation got way worse.
Because I was looking out for you. So both of us was like
looking out for
got
each
my
other.
back, I got your back.
It got worse though with your mouth. Okay. With your mouth, it got worse.
But because my mouth was because I was handling it for you. That's what friends do.
Okay, and I handled it for you at the end of the day.
So
that's what I'm saying. Yes. So what I'm saying is we got past that situation and we came out of it because we were friends on the job and off the job. But had we not been friends on the job, we probably would have been throwing each other under the bus. We would have been trying to secure our job. And that's the same thing with Kenya. Kenya is trying to secure her job and she's like, don't care who she throw under the bus. She's throwing Tanya under the bus, even though Tanya's married, got a husband. She could have been in the room sucking and doing whatever. But at the end of the day, Tanya should have worried about her husband or her fiance at that moment. She shouldn't have been in the room with him.
Yeah. Well, she's not married. She's not married and she's not engaged.
No, you're not. You're not hating. You hating. She's engaged.
No, I'm not. No, she's not. She's not engaged. She always say that they're not engaged. But I'm just saying that to say engaged? No, I'm saying that to say if you are single until you're married. That's what it is. You're single until you're married.
But she's one of those women, though, and I'm not saying all women. She worships that man, whether they're married, fiancés, nothing. She will never let that man go.
And for somebody to put that out there, that could destroy her relationship. She's not on the show no more. She has not been back on the show after that season.
And that's the problem with a lot of these women on the show with Kenya. They don't know how to secure the bag like she knows how to secure the bag. And us being fellow Aquarians, me and Kenya, I understand where Kenya's coming from because she knows how to secure the bag. She's going to come after you with like guns blazing. And you have to know how to come back and return the guns blazing also. And if you can't, then you're going to get swallowed up. And that's what happened with Tanya. Even with the cookie lady, whoever it was, she couldn't return the fire.
Right.
So now she went scurrying away. And that's why Kenya's going to be able to stay on the show. And she's one of the top dogs on that show. Because
I think with Tanya, because of her, you're right. I think Tanya is like, she's not for the drama. She's not for the arguing and fighting. I don't think she's built for the show. These shows, these reality shows, you have to be built for the show or you're not going to last. So I agree with what you're saying. And I guess that's just all a part of that entertainment and, want to stay on keeping your peach. Like, but I'm just saying real life, like you just explained, you told us a real life situation that me and you had. And it's like, when your friend is your friend and that's your real friend, you gonna hold them down regardless. But it don't matter about your money, you know what I'm saying? Because the money will come. But your friends is going to be there. Your real friends will be there forever. So you already know I appreciate you for that one.
Yes. Okay. You know you're going to hear about that story.
Over and over and
100 years old. You will always hear about.
I got it on tape when we went to Dubai and y'all was drinking. It's on tape. You're going to say that until we die. You're going to say that when I die. You're going to say that at the service. Listen.
I know. I saved her.
But I love you. Yes.
I love you too, of course. And it showed. I sacrificed myself.
Yes, you do. those stories is just, all of those stories are just life learning stories. You know what I'm saying? Is this things that we look at on TV and hopefully we learn from them, like, and do better.
And it really is real life situations. Sometimes I think they spinning it more and they putting more oomph into it, but it really does happen in real life. Girl code etiquette. You got to have some girl code.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. You want to go with our final thought?
Yes, you can start.
Okay. I forgive, but I also learn a lesson. I won't hate you, but I'll never get close enough for you to hurt me again. I can't let my forgiveness become foolishness. Right? And listen, trust your instincts. This goes back to Erica and Safari. Please trust your instincts. Ignoring red flags because you want to see good in a person will cost you later. And that's so true. That's so true. Listen, trust your instincts. You know if that person is good for you. You know if that person means well. You know if that person is not good for you. You know if that person is just self. So you got to really, evaluate, look into, first loving yourself so that you can love and receive love from somebody else. That's my final thought.
Absolutely. I don't really have a final thought prepared, but based on everything that we talked about as far as forgiveness and the person that I am, and just our show in general, I just think you have to give people room to grow. We're not perfect. And my point is, like you said, follow your instincts and go with what you feel is right. But I also think you do have to allow room for growth, just like on a job, just like with our podcast. If you look at our first podcast and this podcast, like we've grown tremendously. And if you look at that first podcast that we had, it'll be like, oh my God, they all over the place. What's wrong? Like, and then you look at us now, it's like, okay, we improved. We got a better flow. We got better mics. We got better things. And I think that applies to life, real life relationships. Like you have to allow room for growth. As long as it's not egregious, it's not disrespectful. We wasn't talking about race. We wasn't going in on people disrespecting race, religion, or anything like that. We just grew in a way like that. You should have room to grow, and things happen, mishaps happen, and I just think we all have to be forgiven for these little mishaps and allow somebody to show and prove themselves along the way. And once they prove themselves and they show that they're valuable, like allow them to show you that they're valuable. See the value in it, and that's what I say with our podcast. See the value in us. Like subscribe. Like our podcast,
comment,
and because we have grown and we will continue to grow, and that's just like with everyone in relationships.
Absolutely. I agree.
Watch us level up and give everyone else room to level up.
That's facts, co-hosts.
Yes.
So before we go, I know we had some emails come in and even people telling me, when are y'all going to do the show on business and opening up, talk about your businesses or get somebody on and talk about how do you start a business? How do you keep your business going? How do you, get this extra income? So soon. We're planning our shows now. We've been extremely busy again. I'm house hunting. I'm doing all of this stuff. E is busy with her businesses, but pray for us. We want to get some good shows for you guys. And that show is coming on. We have an author coming on soon. So shows. Next Sunday, we're going to have a good topic, hurt in the church. If you've been hurt in the church, now some people are going to be like, oh Lord, they hurt in the church.
Yes.
Hurt in the church. We're going to have an episode on that next Sunday. That's going to be very interesting. And you wonder why a lot of people shy away for even going to church. It's because they was hurt, or you come to church and people looking at you funny because your skirt is a little shorter than. We're going to talk about it next Sunday. So please join us next Sunday.
ATMs in the church.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, we're going to talk about all of that. So again, if you guys have any topics that you want us to talk about, you can shoot us an email at opinions
at
podcast at Gmail. Yes. You can shoot us an email or DM us on our Facebook opinions or Instagram. Comments
on our YouTube channel, Facebook channel.
Thank you, Sissy. Thank you, Shani. Nacelle 2710. Thank you. We appreciate you. for joining us. Danny girl, we thank you guys. Next Sunday at 5 p.m. I love you, co-host.
Love you too, girl.
Until next time, y'all be good. Make it this week productive. Be good to somebody. Smile at somebody. Make somebody day. It won't hurt you. We love you. Peace.